Hello and welcome back to another edition of your favourite show on YouTube. You don't have to tell us already, we know. I am joined today though by none other than the man, the legend, and the party starter himself is none other than Michael McCubbin.
Thank you very much, Zach, for such kind words. Yet again, still struggling a little bit after Saturday, but you know, we move on. We're professionals here, aren't we? Anyway, we've got a great show in store for you today, guys, including a plot of revenge, an abandoned match, and an absolute all-time legend leaving the camp now. Kick us off, Zachary.
Please don't call me Zachary. Firstly, we start with a truly amazing story coming from Russia. Artyom Dzyuba, I'm so sorry, was a player for Roberto Mancini's Zenit St. Petersburg side, but due to consistent disagreements with the Italian, he was thrown out of the club and went on loan to Arsenal Tula.
You know what, Zach? Fair play.
Thank you,
Not fault
Michael.
you for the effort there.
Dzyuba.
Artyom Dzyuba.
But anyway, this is where it gets very interesting because Arsenal Tula's next league game was against Zenit, and due to the Russians still being contracted with Mancini's side, they had to pay a whopping €160,000 in order for him to play. Dzyuba wanted to compete against his former owner so badly that he paid half of it himself, €80,000.
The 29-year-old was probably regretting his choice when his side found themselves 3-2 down with just 6 minutes to play and with just 10 men on the field. Then with just 2 minutes to play, the striker got on the end of a deflected shot and equalised. The expression on Mancini's face was priceless.
What makes this even worse for Mancini is that due to that late equaliser, his side may pay the ultimate price and miss out on the Champions League. Fingers crossed they do, because what a great example of sweet revenge. That did not deliver that very well.
Now let's take a journey to Istanbul, where fierce rivals Besiktas and Fenerbahce met to slug it out in the second leg of the Turkish Cup semi-final.
He did indeed. The game started off in extremely tense fashion, and none other than former Madrid player Pepe got sent off after just 30 minutes. Why aren't we surprised? This was the least of their problems though, as the fans became extremely agitated and began to throw projectiles at the Besiktas players.
It became an absolute war zone as the players feared for their lives. Besiktas manager Şenol Güneş was then struck in the head, and his assistant coach Gültekin was left with a bloodied face after a tunnel bust-up, prompting the referee to abandon the game.
Pretty crazy stuff. It was later revealed that the 65-year-old manager needed 5 stitches in the top of his head. I've seen the pictures, they are pretty horrendous. And he was taken to hospital straight away.
Not surprised. Besiktas chairman Fikret Orman called it a sad day as he awaits a response from the Turkish Football Federation. Fenerbahce could be facing a stadium ban, a huge blow for the side who rely heavily on their crowd support and are set to miss out on the top 3 for the first time in 9 years.
Ooh. Not great, is it? Fenerbahce fans, if any of you out there, let us know your thoughts down there. Now we head over to Serie A, where in this weekend's fixtures, a number of players had red stripes, no, not the beer, on their cheeks in support of Italian humanitarian organisation We World On This.
How many times have we done that joke now?
About 5.
The campaign got a lot of recognition with Serie A's biggest stars supporting the movement, including Buffon, Dybala, Hamsik and Immobile.
And if you're wondering why they chose a red lipstick mark down their face, well, that is because the campaign by the league is called Give Violence Against Women a Red Card.
Good. The campaign has been shown a lot of love on social media, with players like Ciro Immobile posting the image of him with the mark next to his girlfriend.
The attention gained was also remarkable this Sunday as the league's top 2 sides, Juve and Napoli, did battle in Turin. What a game that was, while all players had the mark on their face, giving the campaign even better coverage.
A great gesture from the Italian league. We hope to see more leagues and players involved in raising awareness of such issues. We're going to give you a round of applause for it.
Good answer to a round of applause, isn't it?
I know, they deserved it.
Well. For one team who don't deserve a round of applause this weekend are Sunderland. Yes, we're heading to the stadium right now, where things are quite frankly looking pretty dark, if I'm honest with you. Doogie would hate me for saying this, but after yet another disgraceful loss in the Championship at home, it has now been confirmed that Sunderland will be getting relegated for the second successive season.
The man was in tears.
Yeah.
It is going to be the first time Sunderland fans will be watching their side in the 3rd tier of English football since 1988. Maybe this is what they need though, as the Black Cats have only recorded 21 wins since the beginning of the 2015-16 season.
21 wins. But yes, to make matters worse for the Sunderland faithful, their miserable journey has been documented and will be released on Netflix. following their woeful campaign.
That's a kick in the gut, that's a punch in the gut. Apparently, the hope of the documentary was to show the Black Cats bounce back from relegation straight back into the Premier League. However, that did not happen.
Of course it didn't. It was never going to happen, was it? They're an absolute mess. It was also reportedly made by 3 lifelong Sunderland fans who wanted to take over the Wearside club last summer. So maybe this is a sick and twisted way of getting back at the owner for not letting them buy the club.
To make Sunderland fans feel better, it is worth knowing that this isn't the first time your relegation was recorded. A documentary was released in 1997, the year of my birth, called Premier Passions, that also documented the club's relegation. Hope you enjoy watching it. Have some popcorn.
Yeah.
You know.
And like Dougie did on Saturday, pour out a little bit of your drink for the Sunderland boys.
Don't do that.
Now it's time for everyone's favourite section of everyone's favourite show. Yes, it's One to Watch. A quick reminder that if you want to shout out in next week's show, comment below with the hashtag One to Watch, and we will try and make you happy.
We'll try. But anyway, this week, thanks to Darmio Regani's suggestion, we are profiling Italian wonderkid Davide Calabria. The young right-back has played for AC Milan since he was 10 years old and has worked his way up through the ranks ever since.
Yes, he was just 17 years old when he made his Serie A debut back in 2015, and he is now a pivotal player in Gattuso's Milan side. He has impressively made no errors leading directly to goals this season, and in fact has made only 2 defensive errors at all this season.
Smashed it. Calabria has not made a disappointing campaign for the Rossoneri stop his shine. He has demonstrated maturity in his game throughout the season, as he's averaging just 1 foul per game.
Oh, the guy really is a pillar of discipline, isn't he? And he is a quick and modern day fullback as well. Has all the qualities of being an incredible player. In 2016, he caused Juventus great problems and helped Milan beat them in the 2016 Coppa Italia final. And maybe he'll be hoping to do that again, because that's the final
This year
as well.
in May. Yeah. Calabria has represented Italy across all the youth levels, and we are sure with their current form, they would be more than happy to bring the youngster into the first team picture.
Now, you may have seen Barcelona thrash Sevilla 5-0 to lift the Copa del Rey on the weekend, but one of the main talking points was, of course, Andres Iniesta. The little magician scored a wonderful goal to celebrate the 34th trophy in his career.
Before coming into the match, there were rumours that the Spanish midfielder would continue his trade in China. And when he came off in the 88th minute, he was reduced to tears by the crowd's standing ovation, basically confirming that he's leaving the club.
Sad, sad times. Iniesta has spent 21 glorious years at Barcelona and is set to confirm the move at the end of the season, which obviously is going to break the hearts of Blaugrana.
The 33-year-old will be remembered for his great balance, ball control and passing ability, and of course his countless magical moments for the club and country, including that brilliant goal in the 2010 World Cup final.
Not to mention the one in the 2009 Champions League semi.
Yeah, well,
nice, isn't it? Fantastic stuff. Anyway, if this is his last campaign, he will definitely go down as a legend of football and unquestionably a legend for Barcelona. So, yeah, Andres. What more is there to say?
Come
a
on,
beautiful
Futbol Mundial.
human being. I
You
wouldn't want him to
Andres can
stoop
replace
to
me?
this level.
So that's the end of Futbol Mundial. However, before you guys, we want you to do something really special for us. In the comments below, please suggest some new things we can do to change up Futbol Mundial.
Yes.
I feel like we're just saying a story every week and that's really it. Let's change it up. Like, do you want to see Zach Takes on the World, where I eat some like brie?
Yeah,
like,
he doesn't even know what brie is.
I don't.
He's never tried
like
it.
a frog leg or something. A bit like One to Watch. We have like segments, so if you've got a suggestion, leave it in the comments below. However, Michael, what should they do now?
Well, they should go over to FDFC, show that channel some love. I know we've not been great at releasing stuff on there, but big things planned for the next month. You're going to be seeing a lot more content, and kicking things off, last week dropped myself and Alessandro Del Piero, personal mastermind. It is an absolute cracker, and yeah, I was incredibly starstruck. So,
Did you get a number?
I didn't know. All I did was kind of laugh nervously when he kind of made jokes. And
That's what people do around me.
yeah, and I think I might have even made a joke myself, so I'm very proud. So yeah, go and check that out. Undoubtedly, you know, the best thing I've ever done. So go and check that out and show me some love. See you later.